Alright, so we're going to be talking about how to send an email to someone when you want to ask them to interview either for the video announcements or for an article that you're writing. So first of all, always use your Outlook email. That's assumed. You're going to open that up, open a new email. You should know how to do that. When you're addressing it, if you don't know their name, you can search it. So let's, for example, search. So say my name doesn't come up. I would hit search directory. It would display all the results. That's the right one. Alright, great. Then you go to subject line. I usually do something along the lines of DGS Blueprint interview, just so they kind of are like, oh, okay, that's interesting. I would be interested in that. And then start with a salutation. So if it's a student, I'll usually do Dear Sarah, or just Sarah, or if I'm having a good day, I'll do Hi Sarah. Do that. So you want to introduce yourself first. So I'll say, my name is Sarah, or Sarah Major, and I am a junior on the DGS Blueprint staff. Say, I was wondering, you want to ask them if they would interview, if you would be willing to interview for an article that I'm writing on, so let's say they play a sport. So I play softball, so I'm writing on the softball team. And then you want to give them a brief summary of the questions that you would ask them. So you just say, I would ask you about how your season is going, how long you've been playing, for example, anything like that, like questions that you would ask them. So let's do one more, how long you've been playing, and then your goals for the season. And then I would move on to addressing when or where you can interview. So I would give them your availability. So I'm available during 6th and 8th period every day, as well as before and after school. If you have a lunch period, you could do that as well if they have that free period. Just know that you cannot take them out of a class. So if they don't have an 8th period, they could interview then. But say they have gym, you can't pull them out of their gym class to interview them. So that's just something to keep in mind. So then after you give them your availability, you would just say, if you are willing to interview, and I usually add in, it's okay if you don't want to, because I don't want them to feel pressured into interviewing, especially if they're like an uncomfortable person or like they don't just want to interview, basically. I'd say it's okay if you don't want to. Say, you're willing to interview. Please let me know what day and time works best for you. And then I would just add, and I will let you know where we can interview. And then I would just end it with a thanks or have a great day, and then your full name. So it's pretty simple.